I did not know that the term of art was an usie.
Yeah. Well, it's not a selfie, right? Selfie.
I thought you just said, let's
you.
take a selfie, like, together. I've never heard somebody use the phrase usie.
It's not really a selfie, is it? If it's us, it's an usie. Hello, everyone. This is JVL here with my best friend, Sarah Longwell of the Bulwark. Sarah, star of Oliver Darcy's CNN newsletter.
The Bulwark is the star of Oliver Darcy's CNN newsletter.
We never get to... No.
It's on the CNN website, too, today.
You're the star because
Absolutely not.
You are... Look, you're just a born leader. And I think everything that's awesome about you comes across in this piece. And you make the Bulwark look great. Thank you for doing that.
You know what? I love the Bulwark so much, and we are doing great. It's fun to tell people, I was glad Oliver Darcy wanted to talk about the fact that the Bulwark is thriving, because I don't understand why more people don't write stories about us.
It never happens.
Like, literally,
never.
Legacy media organizations are folding left and right, and we're over here just, like, building a community. And, he didn't include some of the stuff that I wanted him to talk about our readers, because I was like, he was like, well, what do you think the secret to your success is? And I was like, our community is awesome, filled with incredibly smart people who engage with each other well and like being part of the same thing. That didn't.
It's true. The secret sauce is that everything is easy when you have talented writers who attract smart and kind readers.
Yeah.
Okay, we begin at the Republican National Committee, where yesterday they had a resolution put forward to declare Donald Trump the party's, quote, presumptive 2024 nominee. I don't know what your thoughts were about this, but I thought to myself, sure, why not? I assume that he would then have a logo that he trotted out the way he did after he was elected president in 2016. Remember during that interregnum of 2 months when he had his own special, like, office of the president-elect, which is not a thing.
I don't remember that.
You're just making that up. But the RNC pulled it. It pulled it. Do you know why the RNC has pulled this resolution?
He said no. Trump said no.
Right. They didn't pull it because somebody higher up looked at that and said, what are you talking about? We can't do this. The guy isn't the nominee yet. There's somebody else running. She's credible. She got 43% in New Hampshire. No, that's not why they pulled it. They pulled it because Trump told them to.
Yeah. That's funny that that's your point. I actually thought your point was going to be something else. I thought you were going to say that my first thought was like, this is like either choreographed and or Trump is like, ooh, here's a chance for me to be like, see, I believe in elections. No. Like, he does have it locked up, and he gets to be like, no, we will fight this primary to the finish because I care about democracy.
Cares so much. That would be the Galaxy Brain 5D chess version of this. I think this is something different. I think it's the somebody over there got out over their skis trying to hump his leg.
Yeah.
And he looked at it and was like, he got what he wanted, which was he got the display of fealty from the RNC, and then he gets to have it both ways by saying no. Did you see, by the way, the thing I wrote yesterday about the kid in New Hampshire on the Trump campaign who got thrown out of the victory party?
No. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Just tell me about it.
So this kid who was reasonably high up, I mean, for a youngster at the New Hampshire campaign.
Wait, how old is this kid? You said kid. He's
just
7?
Graduated from law school.
Okay. So he's a man. He's a grown man.
I'm not sure I'd go that far. Okay. We do have video of him. Anyway, he is an ultra MAGA Trump believer, and he was at the victory party in New Hampshire, and he ran into Alina, what's her last name? Habba. He runs into her, and they get an usie together, and he puts it right out on Twitter. And this is a problem because she has, just the day before, said to the judge, hey, I can't do court today. I can't do justice because my parents have COVID and I feel terrible. I might have COVID too. And then here she is in her fur coat at the party, and this kid has just posted it. And so somebody freaks out in the Trump campaign, and they go and they find this kid and they throw him out. And he videos himself as he is being escorted out by security, saying, I knocked on 12,000 doors for President Trump. Nobody in this building loves him more than I do. How dare you do this to me? This is how they treat the most loyal people in his orbit. How dare they? You know, I just don't get it, because they're all going to keep voting for, right? I mean, everybody sees that this is what happens. The minute you cause him the slightest inconvenience, you get thrown out of the party. Mm-hmm. But that's okay. You know, if history has taught us anything, it's that when out of control revolutionary movements run by madmen sweep to power, they never eat their own. That never happens. They're always incredibly loyal to everybody who comes behind them, and you never wind up on the guillotine. So long as you're with Robespierre, you're good. Okay, so that's item number 1. Item number 2: Mitch McConnell, the sad turtle, has killed. Oh my gosh. Has killed the Ukraine aid/immigration reform package.
The politics changed, JVL.
Because the politics have changed, and they cannot do anything to hurt their nominee, because they must achieve power. He just said it. Yeah. While he has his people from his own conference sitting and negotiating on this stuff, like trying to come out. He just like, no, we got to kill this.
And and he has senators who want it, like who are working hard on it.
Yeah.
And Mitch McConnell, who, by the way, you know, we make a lot about Ted Cruz and the way that Trump called his wife ugly. And then Ted Cruz was like, thank you, Mr. President. May I have another? I love you.
Mr. President, you're right. She's so ugly.
But this is, I don't know if I've never understood the racial slur around Coco Chow. I mean, I guess I understand it is a racial slur, but I don't really understand the point of it. But in any event,
we understand that he means it as a racial slur. We just don't understand what is slurry about it. Because I think of Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think of the breakfast cereal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
Coco Chanel.
Right.
Well, whatever. I'm sure he means it as a anti-Asian insult.
Sure. So Mitch McConnell, after his wife resigned from Trump's cabinet because of January 6th, Mitch McConnell said he was responsible, didn't impeach him, insults his wife with racial slurs, calls Mitch McConnell an old crow, and Mitch McConnell's like, yes, sir, we will not do a border deal or fund Ukraine so that you can win the presidency.
Both of which are things that Mitch McConnell objectively wants. Treasonous is not the word.
Hold on. He wants the deal, and he doesn't want Trump to be president.
No. He wants the deal because he wants to aid Ukraine, and he wants to get the Republican immigration items.
Right.
So he wants both of the things that are on the deal.
Yes.
But he also wants Trump to be president.
Does he?
Clearly.
I mean, I guess, yeah, that's
power.
true. I just
treason
can't imagine.
Isn't the right word. But what is the right word for, if I was going to say, an anti-patriot? Because this is a guy who, I mean, this is like the definition of anti-patriotism. He has this thing in front of him that he believes is good for America and that is important for the world, this deal. He believes that it is vitally important for the world and for America's interests to have Ukraine defeat Russia, and that it's vitally important for America to get control of our out-of-control border. But he wants power more. And not even power for himself. He wants power for the Republican Party, which barely exists anymore, Mitch. But that's what he wants. And he's willing to sacrifice things which he believes are objectively good for America in order for his party to hold power. And I don't know what the word is for that, but it's despicable. It's utterly despicable.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell's one of these weird figures where I loathe him, but every now and then I'm like, ooh, but you might do the right thing because you've still got it inside you somewhere that, like, you did this for a reason and some of these things matter and you have actual principles. until push comes to shove, and he maintains none of them. I saw like a random comment on X or something where they were like, "Yeah, Sarah, you always defend Mitch McConnell as a master strategist." And I was like, do I? I mean, Mitch McConnell is good at politics, and he is vicious at politics. Like, he is a clear-eyed, pragmatist is too nice a word, because he will do things like, oh, is it time for you to nominate a Supreme Court justice? Too bad. He will do, he will reverse positions on that. That, though, is even different than this, right? Like, that is kind of the calculating, steel guts, like, partisanship, that is the gamesmanship of politics. And that's bad because it creates the kind of enmity that now defines our politics. But that's not like this. This is like, because when you say these are things that he wants, but it's much more than that. This is, you're going to leave the Ukrainians to die? You're going to do what Putin wants? Like, people that we know we want to help, our enemies are attacking them. You've been on the side of this your entire career, and you're going to hang them out to dry for the guy who called your wife Coco Chow?
And for who you think is a dangerous person who shouldn't be president, but it is important for your tribe to hold power. Like, that's the craziest thing. It's the craziest damn thing.
Sometimes I think about, the evolution. There's this, like, in that Darcy piece and in one of the other pieces that I was skimming before this, because you want to talk about it. There's obviously, like, the Never Trump thing now has been going on for a long time. And a lot of people are talking about Nikki Haley's kind of last gasp here as the end of Never Trump. Because originally, Never Trump was us being Republicans, right? Maintaining sort of our tribal and for ideological reasons, but also this was the world we moved in for a very long time. But the evolution has been watching, right? We wanted to separate Trump from the Republican Party, right? We wanted to, even I, up until 2020, thought, okay, if you get rid of Trump, if you beat him, there will be like enough muscle memory in the Republican Party to return to something sane. And after January 6th, I knew that wasn't true. Like, when I watched Kevin McCarthy go down, like, that's when I really started to be like, okay, all of these guys, and we'd seen
Sarah Longwell.
Well, that's not it. It's just, it's been an education, and eye-opening to watch how people will allow themselves to become complicit over time. Hey guys, I know you want to hear more of this. More time with me and JVL, right?
So much more.
JVL's got more darkness to bring.
I want to tell people why we're all going to die. But to get that, they've got to pay.
Bulwark Plus, guys. Go subscribe.